Welcome to another episode of Sick of Being Lonely. Are you sick of being lonely? If so, visit sickofbeinglonely.com because we can help. Okay, guys, today we got a special guest. We have Miss Kia in the house. Miss Kia, can you say hi to the guys?
Hello, guys. How are you?
Shout out Miss Kia in the building. Now, Miss Kia, the guys have submitted a few questions. We want to see if you can help. On this platform, we try to help male and females find some kind of middle ground so they can both get a better understanding of what each other are looking for in order to have a successful committed relationship. All right.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay.
So, Miss Kia, in your opinion, why aren't people getting married anymore? In your opinion,
Well, I guess you want to give any like information, like I'm just a random person, or
what do
am
you
I
mean?
like single, married, or am I a
Are
baby
you? I'm talking
boomer or
about you. Are
generation
you
X?
married? Are you single? Your current status. Let's use you as a backdrop.
I don't even like to use the word divorced anymore because I got divorced in 2010 and in 2020. So I really like when applications and stuff. I just check
Okay, what
single because
happened? Why didn't it work
so
out?
far removed. Primarily immaturity, infidelity, and interfaith marriage religion issues.
Were you
So
young when you got married? Do you think you got married too early?
when I say, well, immaturity could be any age. I wasn't too young. I think I was like 30, 31,
Uh huh.
31 when I got married. And at that time, I had already been a homeowner since I was like 23. I had already owned cars. I had, career, everything. So I wasn't young and immature in terms of like things that you should be doing in the progression of life. But in terms of how to behave in a marriage and how to, stay in a marriage, I was definitely immature to that part. And so at that time, I was definitely the person who had the mindset of, oh, well, if I don't like it, it's not working out, I'm going to get out. I don't have to do this. I could do somebody else who's able to see and all of that. But that's not what marriage is about. And when things aren't going well or they're looking extremely grim, is when you really need to dig in and do more work. I think people don't understand, and this is another part of the immaturity. Like some of the biggest, if not the biggest, commitments or decisions that you make in life are buying a house, getting married, and having children. Those things will change the trajectory of your future.
Mm-hmm.
Divorce it wasn't an emotional setback. I mean, financially, I'm still sad about the fact that I pawned my 7 carat diamond ring and for nothing compared to what was paid for them. Sometimes I wake up in my sleep like, where happened to those rings? So of recouping from things, and some people don't have the ability to bounce back, to get another house, to get new furniture, to get or your credit, just all types of things. So divorce is a financial stress. So the responsibility and understanding what a commitment is, even understanding what a vow is. When you take an oath, when you vow, you commit. Like you shouldn't commit to too many things. Like on your resume, when they like you committed, no, I'm not. You certain things that your commitment, because a commitment is something that you don't stop doing. And so there's some things I'm going to have to stop. In marriage, you're supposed to figure it out. My parents been married since 1973, and I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, they had the best marriage. Actually, their marriage really just got good. Like it was a lot of struggle and hardship and roller coaster ride and things that people today they'd have been like, oh no, I'm out. But it takes a certain type of. My dad is just a real man. Like he's a real man. Like when things were ugly, he's like his family, his children, him being the head of the household took precedence. It would have been very selfish of my parents to break up because people don't realize they're only internalizing what's happening to them and not understanding how much when parents split up, they have no concept of what it does to kids and how it changes them forever. Like everybody's affected by the decisions people are making, not just the two people that are in it.
I agree. I
So
agree. So
yeah.
let me ask you, did you step out on your husband? Did you have a side guy?
Well, I made an immature decision. Well, the first thing we did wrong is we moved to Atlanta.
So you moved to the
You
A,
don't get
okay.
married and move to Atlanta.
And things started getting a
That's
little
like,
crunk, I believe was
yeah.
the word used back then.
It was like, what? What are you doing? No,
Uh-huh.
it's not what to do that. But I mean,
So you
I
did
was
you
mixed
cheat on him
still. My
immediately or
immature
did you
reaction was,
was it
no, no,
immediately or
no.
was it
It was a reaction. It was like, okay, you're doing this to me. You must not know about me. If people want me, I could do this too. And it's like, why
ah
are you competing to do that? It's like you just might as well just go throw your middle finger. And men are such, I don't know, can you curse on here? But it's like women can deal with, or not can, they do deal with cheat, heartbreak, disappointment time and time again, and they get back up and they get back out there in the game and they try it again. Men, they get their feelings hurt, they're done forever. They're like, they don't trust nobody. They're now women are bitches. They don't care, hoes. They want to just play them. They don't trust anymore because of that one time they just put their feelings on the line and they
well,
got hurt. They
should
need to
they?
toughen up. They
Should
need to toughen up.
they
They
need to
being
toughen
blunt.
up. They need to let the women cheat. Guys, let the women cheat on you. Get over
No,
it.
nobody should
Get
be
back
cheating.
out there and
Yes,
find
get
a
back
woman
out
who's
there.
not going to cheat on you. It may
Yes,
cost you
Jason.
time, money, energy, resources, your sanity, your health, but
Yep,
regardless,
yep,
she's
yep.
saying do it. Now, if he does do that, what does he get exactly?
He's going to get the person that he's supposed to be with.
That okay.
I don't use the word soulmate. I mean, the person that you choose, it's a choice. I don't look like there's some stars aligning and this is like, the perfect mate and whatever. It's a choice. It's a
That's a
maturity.
lot to
It's a
go
choice.
through just to have the ability to make a multiple choice. Don't you think?
Well, it's not
That's a lot. He could
no,
lose his life. He could lose his health, his
no.
resources. How
What
does
do
he
you
know
think
she's
when you
being
say he?
genuine? How
Can
does
we
she
say
know that
he?
she's not just adding another notch
Right.
to her panty line?
Because you got to do your homework. Yes.
Well, you're
It
not
needs
gonna
to be a
know.
lot
You
wiser.
don't know her back. You didn't grow up with this young woman. You just ran
That is
into
a
each
lesson.
other. And today, people meet
Yes.
more often than not via online dating or dating apps or dating sites. So you're not gonna really know the background on these women, which segues into our next question. Actually, how do you feel about body counts?
What do you mean by that?
Like a woman's body count. Do you think a woman's body count is important? If she slept with like 250 guys, do you think it matters? Do you think it makes a
So,
difference than if she
okay,
slept with
the
5 or 10
same,
guys or 250 guys?
it doesn't matter.
It
And it's the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing with guys.
No,
It
hold
would
on, hold
not
on,
just,
hold on, hold on. Why doesn't it matter? And don't mention guys. Just your personal. Why doesn't that matter? Don't use
I
guys as
don't
a
think it should be
backdrop.
discussed, number one.
Uh huh.
I think that's if I meet a man and he asks me how many people I've been with, I'm going to hang up the phone with him. What
Why?
the hell are we talking about? Because I
Why?
think that's immature. I don't think that, I
That's immature.
mean,
He's trying to
that's,
get. Now you just said he needs to know who he's dealing with. So he's
so
trying
that's
to
a
find
judgment,
out
though.
who he's
Is
dealing
that a
with, and the best
judgment?
way to do that's through honesty. And he's directly asking you, "Hey, I don't know you. You don't know me. Can I ask you a question?" And he goes, "How
I'd
many
rather
guys have you
somebody,
slept with?" And you get upset and hang up on him. That confuses the guy. Like, I thought you wanted transparency, honesty. I need to know who you are before I invest my time, money, energy, and resources into this because I don't want to waste my time, money, energy, and resources. Nobody does. So, to a guy, if she slept with 250 guys, he may just be another stop, like a rest stop guy. She may just pass through, refill, refresh, fuel up, and get back out there while he's setting up, trying to probably start a family, looking to settle down, get a home, so on and so forth, and she's just having fun, or her ex or another guy that she's dealing with in her orbit contacts her. The sexual frequencies connect. She gets horny again, and next you know, she's saying she's going to her girlfriend's house, or she just been stressed at work and has a
You
girl
just
nights
went all the
out.
way to. You just
Hold
went
on,
all
she's
the
having
way
a girl
out there.
nights out, and then here she is bumping into Tyrell on accident at the local bar, 4 Hennessy's in,
goodness.
and what do you know? She sleeps with him and says it's not her fault. You know, so the guy's like, well, wait a minute. He doesn't want to go through that because he probably did that several times in the past. So instead of going through it, just ask you straight up, like, look, I don't want to waste months of my time and my energy and my money and my resources dealing with you. So you can just tell me right now how many guys you slept with, or if you don't know, give me a blanket rough number. And consider when women lose their virginity between the ages of 14 and 16. So let's say 15 being the medium age, and then her age now, and let's say she slept with 2 guys a year on average. From that time, let's say 20 years, that's 40 guys. Where she's sleeping with 5 guys a year on average in 20 years, that's 100 guys. So he's trying to get a ratio of how many guys she's dealt with, how many guys she's peer bonded with, because maybe she can't even peer bond with him anymore. Maybe she's lost her ability to be able to peer bond. Huh?
I want to know this.
Yeah.
What is, I think that honesty and disclosure are essential.
Yes, but you said you hung up on the guys when he asked you that question.
Because it was more like if somebody, that's the way they come off. Like, hey, I want to know, if you're actually doing real courting, real dating, and really taking the time to divulge who you are to another person, then there is a way to have that conversation. But
he has to do it a certain way. He can't just ask flat out.
No,
don't women do that? I mean, if a woman asks a guy flat, he's going to respond. Why do we have to do this? What? Why do we have to do the electric slide? Why can't we just deal?
Do anything the way you want to do it. There's always ethics and formalities.
Did he like call you a slur? Was there a slur involved in this? How are you offended? Did he go, hey, what's your body count? Did he like yell at you?
I'm not offended. I just feel like
did he say, hey,
that's a very judgmental question.
Hey, Kia, before, because he might be catching feelings for you, and before he does, he wants to see if he should stop himself and go, hey, before I catch feelings for you, how many guys have you dealt with? You know what? And hang up on him. So
I wouldn't say. Now you
did he yell at you? Was he aggressive in any way, shape, or form when he posed this question to you?
Aggression doesn't have to be loud. Aggression doesn't. It's just a simple thing. Like,
is this the fact that he asked? Was that the offense?
If they're willing to share those things about themselves, and you're having a conversation under the pretense of we are trying to get to know each other.
He was. That's why he asked you.
I've had somebody ask me that.
And you said you hung up on him.
No, it wasn't. I didn't hang up on them. I just it changed the way that I looked at that person.
Did you answer him?
No,
you didn't.
I did not.
You didn't answer. Why didn't you answer?
But you know what I did do?
What?
You know what I did do, though? I went to the doctor, and I did a whole test of everything in my body and put my paperwork out. My cholesterol.
Your cholesterol? That's not. He asked you how many guys you slept with. You went and did a cholesterol test and submitted your results?
I was about my health, my current status of my health. I was very transparent about that. All types of whatever the test word was, draw my blood.
That's a lot. That's going way too far.
It actually didn't cost anything.
But it's not about cost. It's like, hey, we can get there. Your blood type and so on and so forth later. I'm just trying to find how many guys you slept with. That's what he wanted to know. He's trying to determine if you are promiscuous. Okay, guys ask women these questions because they're trying to determine if the women that they are indeed courting is promiscuous. He's not saying he won't deal with you or deal with her. He just wants to know where to draw the line.
So let's look at the definition. Promiscuity means that
a woman sleeps with a lot of guys.
No, that's not promiscuous.
Well, that's how guys look at it.
Promiscuous is when people associate sex with
love. I'm going to use the old school term that grandma used to use, fast. He wants to make sure she's not fast. Okay?
He wants to make sure that she's not going to cheat on him.
Oh, and what better way to do that than finding out how many sexual partners? Because here's what's going on, Miss Kia, all right? Just because she slept with 250 guys, how many times did she have sex with each guy? You
Oh
see,
my
so
goodness, that's
you
too
see when you
much.
said, "Oh my
That's
gosh."
too much evaluation.
No, what I'm saying
That's
is
deep. And those
she
things
could be
don't make
in
a
the
relationship or a person.
thousands of sexual experiences, and he may just have slept with 2 girls 4 or 5 times. He's gonna say, "Hey, I can't even pleasure this woman based on her sexual history. So I'm gonna
That's
tap
too
out
much.
now." Maybe your sexual history it would intimidate him, and he's gonna tap out. So that way
It's too
he
much.
preserves
It's
his
too
time,
much,
money,
Jason.
energy, and
That's too much.
resources.
I don't. That's too much.
Would you
sounds
say that guys dating women is like them going to a casino and hoping they win? You got to put up some money, and
no?
they
I
have to
think
be
no. People
and
need
you
to
got to
know
keep
how to
losing
date.
money until you get to a table where you might get lucky for a little bit. But if you do get lucky,
No.
did you break even with all the money you lost from all the other trips? So you're still
No,
you're
you
still
need
in
to
the
just
red. You
date a
know what I'm
collection.
saying? Huh?
I don't. I'm on a different level of maturity. I don't. I feel
Okay, let me
that
ask you another question. Let me ask you this way. Do you think that a high value man of means, okay, would rather marry a woman that slept with 250 guys or a woman that slept with 10 guys? Just numerics. Just using numerics.
how
Do you
about
think he
how
would,
about
as an investment, would he rather invest in that or would he
how
invest
about
in
does
the
he
other?
love her for who she is, with flaws and all? Flaws and all. Is she a quality person? Does
But you
she
told me at the
do
beginning of this
something for you?
conversation, you have to get to know each other to make these decisions. And now he's attempting to do this.
Yeah.
And every time he makes an attempt and it seems like you have to answer, you want to involve
Okay, so
emotion.
let
You
me
can't
give you a
invoke
flip side.
emotion if
So
when
wait,
using
hold on.
logic.
Stick a pen. Let's look at this a different way. If a guy is making his decision on a woman that he's going to choose to be a life partner based on how many people that she
No,
has had.
he's using that as one component. That is not the only component. Can she cook? There's several other things, some ancillary things.
Cook, really?
I'm saying if he's looking for, that's what he's looking for. Because women want to get married anytime. Men choose to get married.
Where did you get this information from?
Come on. You see, go to a singles mixer, look at the online sites. All the girls want to get married and have children and blah, blah, blah. And the guys get to decide when, where, and how. And then as soon as they do that, the women pull the rug from them. Kind of like a waiter a magician who like pulls the tablecloth, but everything stays still, like one of those type of plays. And then he's sitting there at the table looking silly with no utensils. That's kind of what happens. So guys have backed off and said, okay, show me a little, show me who you are. I'm not going by it. I'm not going for the okie doke anymore. That's what the guys are saying. So they're putting a little more pressure on the girls to demonstrate who you are, not the 90-day probational period like you just going on a job interview. You're wearing your new outfit you just got. You had your aunt help you with your resume or your best friend. And now you're applying for the job, and you give a false representation of who you are. And that's why corporate companies actually have a 90-day probational period, because they're going to say, we want to see this person's productivity over one fiscal quarter, which is 3 months. Okay.
Right. Yes.
So guys utilize the same system because most women cannot hold, or most people cannot maintain the facade for 90 days. So if she's a real, I met this girl, she's a real nice. Guys used to say that back in the day. I haven't heard a guy say it in a long time. He's met a girl he's really excited about. He likes her. No, that used to happen about 10 years ago.
Know about that.
Guys do not say that no more. No, they don't. They're like, because they got to see where it's at. What's going on with her? Could have been, hey, what happened to that girl you talked about? Oh, well, turns out.
Different types of people out here.
I get it. I
don't see I'm not in agreement. We can agree to disagree.
We can agree, Miss Kia. We can always agree to disagree, especially over an adult beverage. I would be more than happy to agree to disagree with you. Okay?
Yeah, they need to toughen up.
They need to toughen up.
They're out here and they soft-hearted for real.
How do you feel about relationship bullies? Are you a relationship bully?
What's the definition? What
A,
is that?
a person who bullies the other in a relationship scenario.
Like bullying them, like how?
Like you're saying they need to
Like
toughen
take your
up.
clothes off
That
and
could
I'm
be
not gonna.
viewed as bullying. So
Me
are you
saying
man
toughen up.
bashing and going off on these guys a little bit to see where they're at? You checking their jaw, see where they're at a little bit. Have you ever put your
Oh,
hands on a man?
oh God.
I'm just a
Oh
yes or
God.
no
That's
question.
ever at 43. Ever?
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Is that something?
you got upset and you put your hands on the guy, maybe feet, hands and feet.
In the position of a victim for self-defense. Yes.
No, in an
If I'm
in an
defending myself
offensive scenario,
from a
you were
man who
upset
is
and you attacked.
a date raper, yes, I am fighting him back.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's
You asked
not
the
what I
question,
asked.
you
I
didn't say
said,
under what
have you
pretense.
ever attacked a guy when you
No,
were
I'm not
upset just
scratching
because he's saying
cars. I'm
something?
not
You're in the
attacking.
car arguing, you punch
I'm
him in the
not a
face.
woman abuser. Do all of that. Just let me out. I'm not doing that. No,
Okay.
too much.
Okay.
Maturity.
Have you ever known any? Have
Maturity.
any of your friends, female friends, ever done that? Have you ever witnessed anything like that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe, yes.
Okay. Can you want to talk
Yes.
about it a little bit? What happened?
I think that was just the nature of how their relationship was. They put their hands on each other. That's how they dealt with things and communicated. So I didn't agree
So
with
she
it.
just
I
went
thought it
off
was
and
immature.
did you see her attack him? Unsolicited.
Mhm.
What
But I
happened?
seen him attack her.
But what happened when she attacked him? What happened?
Well, he restrained her, and then
No,
I
what
had to
happened?
like,
What made it happen? What triggered
I
it?
don't know. Oh God,
An
what was
argument?
it?
Were they drunk? Were they?
Yeah, definitely drugs and alcohol.
Okay.
Definitely drugs and alcohol.
And
Yeah,
she thought he was looking at a girl or something.
No, no, it wasn't even nothing about another girl. It was
So she just
probably
attacked him.
It was something that they were fussing about. I don't remember, but they were fussing, and she, I don't know. Maybe she wanted her shoe back, and he had her shoe or something. Some type of drunk people behavior, but I don't know. I'm not for people putting their hands on people under any circumstances, male, female. If you feel like you need to reach out and touch, you need to exit.
I agree with you 100%. Only reason I bring it up is because a lot of females in relationships now are actually committing domestic violence against the guys. So I'm just wondering, have you heard any of these things? And you say, yeah, you did, but that's kind of like how it went. Was that an isolated incident, or have you seen other friends attack males in nightclubs, guys that didn't know?
That was an isolated incident.
Okay.
That was an isolated incident. It's not common in my social world where women beat men up. It's not that it's unheard of. It's just not in my social circle.
Okay. All right, Ms. Kia. Now, what do you look for in a man?
I definitely don't want to know how many people you've had sex with, but I do want to know his health status. I do want to know, does he have high cholesterol, diabetes, liver disease, heart disease, kidney disease? Has he had cancer?
Just to have sex?
Well, see, now we're talking about relationships and sex. I'm confused. I thought we were talking about marriage.
Can a relationship be sexual? A sexual relationship?
Oh, that's where you're going with it?
I mean, don't you have sex in a relationship?
Sex and relationships are two different things. They are.
Okay. Okay. Enlighten me. I'm confused.
I don't see how. You don't have to be in a relationship to have sex with somebody. A lot of people.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're feeling. I get what you're feeling. But what you're saying is not really common in today's society. So let's use the majority, not the minority, for the example in the backdrop. So let's say, okay, relationships, people do have sex in relationships, healthy relationships, okay?
Okay, healthy relationships where people are having sex.
Yes. You have to know their cholesterol levels and their blood type and everything just to engage in the sexual activity.
If I'm in a relationship where we are having sex, I'm in a relationship, right? Am I in a relationship answering this question?
That's up to you. You could have sex and not be in a relationship, so that's completely up to you. You're an adult.
I'm answering the question from a relationship status.
Okay.
Moving beyond the 3 months of, I like to call those 90 days data collection.
But
And
did you
during
have
those,
sex in that 90-day build up?
you should not. You should not. But people do it. And then that's when signals get crossed. Because that's you haven't. There's big signals get crossed. Women are thinking one thing, men are looking at it another way, and you really haven't fulfilled really knowing who you're laying down with. And the outcome of that can be somebody done got physical, or somebody, or you're like, oh, now I see what she had sex with. Because you need to wait. It's not about making the man wait for the chase. The wait is so that you all can actually get behind the mask and who are you really dealing with. Anybody can have sex. Anybody can do that.
But after you have sex, doesn't it change?
Oh, it definitely changes. Well, it could.
So all that data you collected could be rendered obsolete after the sexual experience. That's why guys like to have sex to see where you're at, and then you might like you after that. Women like to wait because they don't really like to wait.
And he married me. So that whole.
So you're talking about how to get a man to marry you, but then you left him. You cheated on the brother. You said.
How you cheated on me first?
Hey, calm down. Hey, we're just talking.
Cheated on me first.
We're just joshing. Hey, this is not a who. Two wrongs don't make a what.
Exactly.
So why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Why'd you talk it out? Why'd you say, hey, you wronged me. I'm hurt by what you've done. I think we should go to counseling of some sort. I'm not going to try to make you feel what I felt by going out there and cheating.
Well, because I answered that question already. I said it was immaturity. But let's talk about 2020.
Go for it.
So in terms of maturity of 2020, I think that the 90-day incubation period should be sex-free.
But do you cuddle? Do you cuddle during that 90 days?
See, cuddling, I tried that technique, right? Mm-hmm. And that don't work because we grown out here. We get to spooning and cuddling and kissing and licking. You're going to want to stop. So, let's not do those things. We'll be going to be like, okay, now stop. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. Don't do it. Keep it over there. You can come over and watch a movie on the couch.
Cuddling could go down on the couch. Couch cuddling, that's how it starts. Okay.
See what I'm saying? That couch, But no, I don't even want people in my house. Let's go over your house. Because Negroes always want to come up in your house. Fine. No. We don't date in the house. Let's get past the 90 days so we start doing certain things. So don't put yourself in the environment for it to become sexual.
So how long after moving to Atlanta did it take for you to step out? Just a timeline.
We were together a total of 5 years, married for 3.
Okay. So when did you start cheating?
I don't know. This was 2007, 2008.
That's not that long ago. Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay, take it easy.
I don't want to have a therapeutic conversation about my marriage. I'd rather just talk about the general view that I have now in 2020.
Because guys go, okay, if I get married, how long before she cheats on me? That's what the guys want to know. And I said, I don't know.
Well,
they said, can you ask her? And you just said, I don't know. And you kind of yelled at me a little bit. So
shouldn't do that. Shouldn't just go into nothing. You can't. This is the thing people need to also swallow. You can never control another person.
I know. I get all that. We're just doing data. We use numbers. We'd like to use numbers. It's a number thing. That way feelings and numbers are different. We just use hard data, the numbers. The feelings, that's different. Numbers versus feelings. We like to use the numbers. So we go, hey, how long this and how long that? How many relationships have you been in? What's your longest relationship? Okay, you have a relationship every 3 months. So you're not really going to be good candidate for a long-term relationship necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Simple. When's the last relationship? 2 weeks ago. Or you may still be talking to that guy.
Is that a relationship?
A sexual relationship.
So why is it complicated now from the beginning for people to identify clear terms of how they want to operate under what's best for them?
That's why you have to sit down off the break. No playing around, no games. You
Right.
both open your manila folders, okay?
Uh-huh.
And you start interviewing each other
Mm-hmm.
directly. And if she's
Mm-hmm.
abrasive, if she's evasive, she's not answering certain questions, if she's not making eye contact, if her mouth becomes dry, her heart rate becomes increased during questioning, these might be telltale signs that she's not being truthful.
Okay, so can I ask you?
And vice versa.
I just want to. Okay, that's what my question.
Okay, take it easy. See, don't even ask it because I already got you covered.
Talking about just women.
Well, this is a man platform, but the guys want to know how women think and how women feel because they don't know.
This conversation is showing me how guys think.
Well, that's good. Both parties can learn from each other, so therefore we can find a healthy median.
If that's a measuring stick, if that's a criteria.
Numbers?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a criteria.
Numbers don't matter?
I'm just saying.
Let me ask you this.
I'm like, wow, dudes really want to know how many.
Yeah. He wants to know should I invest in this or not?
More than one, men want virgins damn near. Like, what do you mean?
They don't want virgins. They just want honesty. Honesty. Being honest should not make you upset. Being honest should not make you upset.
1,000 women. What does that mean?
Excuse me?
What does that mean?
But being honest should not make you upset. Honesty should make you happy.
So when he's like, oh yeah, I have sex with over 1,000 women.
And that women don't get offended by male body counts because it indicates to them that he is experienced sexually and he will bed her properly. So she's actually aroused by it.
Bed her? This language is so. I don't know what you're talking about, Jay.
Well, blow her back out. Blow her back out.
Oh my God.
He can blow her back out, make her put her head in the freezer, put her head through a wall. You know what girls really like.
Wow, is that what they like?
You tell me. Yeah, they do like that. They do. They actually request it. They request it like songs on 93.9. They actually request it. And if you can't meet with the request, they'll switch to another station. All right?
Yeah, I've never asked for that, so I don't know. I really am clueless for all of that. So it just depends on the person.
It does. You know? It does. I'm talking about the majority, not the minority. You are actually married, and most women haven't been married, okay, by today's statistics. So let's say you're not in that group. All right, how you feel about that? You got a little exemption sticker? You got a little exemption sticker, buddy, huh? You don't want an exemption?
Like, these things are crazy. Like,
this is real. This is real. This is real.
I've never would have. I just like.
You never would have thought guys thought like this? Because you're working off the old man. You haven't upgraded your software yet. You're working off the stuff that worked in 03 to like 09. With a button at. That's not gonna work, all right? You can't do that anymore. You have to upgrade. You gotta
go around saying I want my back blown out.
Well, you might want your back blown out, you know. You work hard.
Has a lot of sex partners. I'm like, men who had a lot of sex partners scare me.
They do what they scare you. I get it. What if he came with his report? Reporting his cholesterol levels, everything was in check? Would you want to blow your back out then?
I don't even know about the term "blow your back out." Like that sounds scary.
Ask one of your homegirls. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to fill you in. It's not a new term. It's not a new term. I believe it was coined by women. You don't like the thought of it. You don't like so you do like missionary sex? Is that? Do you like missionary sex? Is that you're a traditional early grandma lady who just likes missionary? Do you like knit blankets in your spare time? Stop it.
Wow.
What I'm trying to say is stop it, Miss Kia. All right, we're both adults. We're both adults.
Oh, we're adults now. We're adults now.
Are we not?
How many people they had sex with?
Wow, you're still on that. That must really be a stinger.
That's mind-blowing to me.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Because guys want to know that?
Immature.
That's immature?
Yes. Yes. If you're willing to divulge that you don't have.
Well, if women just honest, like she doesn't. If you really didn't care, you just say I don't care. The sexual liberation movement is all about women owning it and not being ashamed of their behavior, putting it all the cards right on the table. Like, hey, I'm a sexually liberated woman. I will wear purple, yellow, turquoise hair. I will get a bull ring. I'll get face tattoos, whatever I want. You are not to judge me in any way, shape, or form. I can have sex with women, men, animals, whatever. And there's no restrictions or regulations on any of my preference points whatsoever. And the men said, all right, hands off. You know, you got that. You win. You win. We don't even give a damn anymore. If you want to destroy yourself, go for it. All right? That's what Guy said. Now, women are saying, hey, where's the male attention gone? Who cut off the lights kind of thing? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the behavior, that mindset is leading to loneliness. So my next question would be, does feminism lead to lonelyism? What say you?
I think men who are asking women how many people they had sex with at once.
That's not the question. Why are we still there? Take your parking brake off. Take the parking brake off, Miss Kia. Cut your blinker on and get out of there. You're double parked anyway. You're by a fire hydrant. Take your parking brake off, put your car in drive, and get out of there. Okay, I know it hurts, okay? And this is why it really hurts. Let me tell you the science behind it. Every time a female has sex with a male, he deposits actual DNA inside of her. The masculine DNA provided by the impregnated woman is a dominant semen, a dominant sperm cell that does it. Out of the billion of sperm cells released during that intercourse session, one is dominant, which impregnates the cell. In some cases, 2 or 3 would do it, causing twins or triplets. But one would do it. Do you think the other billions of semen just didn't try to find the egg? They're blind, okay? So they go everywhere. Muscle tissue, okay? Blood vessels. And they last for up to 3 to 8 days in your body, alive. So even when you stand up over the toilet, you think you got it all, I took a shower, something's still in you. Now, some travel to the bloodstream. They lodge themselves in the muscle tissue and in the brain, okay? So keep in mind, those are the dominant ones. That's the dominant DNA strand from each male you've had intercourse with. So one day, you might get up and start snapping on your man or giving him a different attitude. He's like, what's going on? Because the person captaining your ship that day is not him. It's another male implant, because your genitalia goes inwards, men's genitalia goes outwards. Thus, you are the receiver. You've received his masculine energy, his monatomic semen. Okay? You've gotten that, and you don't even know it. So you're behaving crazy, and you're also behaving more masculine the more times you do this. So there's something called sexual marketplace value, SMV. So the amount of times you do have sex under those circumstances actually drops your sexual marketplace value to a high value male, because he knows if you had sex with a lot of women, the chances of you being in pocket, behaving, are going to be low. And the chances of you cheating, stepping out, and getting your jollies off and making an excuse for it will be very high. So from an investment standpoint, he's going to look at the data and go, thanks or no thanks, based on the data that he believes you're telling the truth or not, and tabulates based on your appearance. Remember, Ms. Kia, 90% of communication is nonverbal, right? 90% of communication is nonverbal.
The fear of being cheated on.
And speech is the lowest form of communication. So when he asks you this and looks at you and you behave all, what you do? You're telling him the answers. No, if you're dealing with a properly trained, high value male, he's going to be like, yo, what's going on? Why are you getting so upset and defensive? You should say, oh, if you're going to lie, just lie. If you're going to lie, just throw out a quick one. If you hesitate, it's like shooting the 3-point shot in a basketball game. If you're wide open, you shoot it. If you think about it and then look around and then shoot it, chance you making that bucket go down. If you hesitate.
The glass is half full or half empty, Jason. Like, if you're going into meeting somebody with is this person going to cheat on me? You need to do some self-evaluation.
Well, unfortunately, that's what we've come to in
the
today's society. Self-evaluation is at the front.
So listen, this is what you're saying. It's true. I said this at the beginning of the conversation. Real men not out here no more like that. So in order, what I mean by that is honoring your vows and your commitment. Like, I know, I mean, my ex-husband was very clear that he walked in on his basketball coach having sex with his mother.
Damn.
So hurt. Yeah. So
Stop
hurt.
it. Mom's had his coach in there and she was doing things.
Coach,
wow.
Basketball coach having sex with his mom. Okay?
That's
so
pretty traumatic. Yep, I'll do it.
But I'm about to show you a grown man story. He calls the coach's wife. He calls his dad. He's in hysterics. He tells everybody what's happened. And the father was like, he understood his son's level of upsetness. But after a little while, because his son was calling his mother bitch and he was mad, and the father checked him. Let me tell you something. That's my wife.
Uh-huh.
I built a life with that woman, and you're not going to be in here talking to her any kind of way. And I'm not leaving her. And that was in the story. In the story. Like, I built a life with her. I made you with her. And just because, you know what he said? I'm not leaving her over a fuck. Grown man shit. People not built like that. A nigga that they'll cry, slit his wrist, go court, do too much. Too much. Sex is overrated. Sex is the criteria for making decisions. You've already lost. If you think that somebody that's only had sex with two people is not going to cheat on you versus the one who's had sex with more people, you missed out. The one who had more sex don't want to have sex with nobody else no more. She might only want to have sex with you. The one that's had sex with two people, oh, that bitch is going to cheat. She like, oh, it's some realizing it's other dick out here. You got it backwards.
Well, that's why you're supposed to. That's why you're here to help, Miss Kia.
Got it backwards. I have another friend.
Okay.
She's been married. She's been with this man since she was 14. He was 21. That's not proper.
That's not right. That sounds weird.
By the time she turned 21, he married her. So from 14 to 21, the only piece of penis that she knew was who? Him. So when she turned 21, he married her. They're still together today with 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
He married her. But I met her when their first child was like 5,
mm-hmm.
and she was fucking other people.
Wow.
Straight up. She didn't know nothing else. She wanted to try some other shit out here in life.
Wow. Well, she was young. He, that's a weird case. I don't really know if that could be used as an example because it seems like a little pedophilia was going on beforehand.
Well,
so she could have been mentally damaged or traumatized, leading to her behavior. So I can't really use that as a backdrop. But it is a very unfortunate situation, and I do understand that some women need to get it out their systems. But how long does it take to get it out your system?
Well,
in your opinion, a woman should be done sleeping around if she is going to sleep around by what age? If she does want to secure a male for marriage.
Ain't no age. If you're going to make a commitment and honor it,
ain't no age.
You're not going to do it. It doesn't matter what age you are. Understand what
that's a safe answer. Let's get a little crazy. Tell me the truth.
You could be a 50-year-old.
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Come on, Miss Kia. Come on. Tell me the truth. It's me. Tell me the truth. It's just me. It's just me and the guys. It's just me and the guys. It's just us here. Tell me the truth.
Y'all are funny.
Tell me the truth.
I love you, Jason. You crack me up. I swear. I like that. I like you giving it this because these are probably real things that people think about, or the way
people are going through this right now while we're talking. That's why they tune in. That's why they listen. That's why they're engaging. That's why they're like, wow, a lot of women are agreeing with you.
I'm glad you're having this conversation because it needs to be talked about. It's a lot of single people out here in this.
It's called sick of being lonely. And a lot of people are sick of being lonely. Yes.
Yes. Every night while my man is out with his homie. But then here's another, put this on the table. Monogamy is something that came out of monotheism and belief in one, and that out of that belief in one comes a family structure.
Mm-hmm.
And that family structure, which is all of that mono, is westernization. And so, if you really want to get to the actual science,
you're not supposed to just be with one woman.
You were designed for reproduction.
Correct.
You were physically designed for reproduction. You were not physically designed for monogamy. So, I mean, it's like even.
So you're saying it's not a natural practice?
No, I'm just saying what your body.
We're adapting to something that's not natural.
Sex is very natural, is what my point is.
So what's your body count? What's your body count, Miss Kia? You never told us.
Oh, hell no, we're not having that question on no radio show. Are you fucking kidding me? No, that is my personal business. No,
I'm just joshing. Look at you. I'm just joshing. Calm down.
I'd rather tell you my cholesterol level.
I bet you do. You come back with that quick. I never heard. You good. I'll say this. You're good. You're real good because I haven't heard nothing like that. You were like, what? Yeah. I got my cholesterol checked. I was like, what? What did I got to do? And you neutralized me for a second because I didn't expect that. So you're very good. Touche. Mm-hmm. Touche, Miss Kia.
Oh, man.
You are crazy. But these guys need to talk to real women like yourself because they're sick of asking themselves these questions and not really getting the answers or asking other guys about this and getting other guys' opinions. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
I would want to be monogamous and in a committed relationship at 43 years old. I think
yes, because your fun years are winding down. You say, well, I had my fun years. I'm more mature now. Yeah. Yeah.
Fun is difficult, challenging. I've learned lessons.
So now if you're dating, what would you date? The guy's going to be like, what, 55? Because women date older guys. So he's going to be like, what, 60?
You know what is really weird? No, listen, I don't have a discrimination on age, but I do have a limit on how low in age I will go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because I'm thinking like people my age or older in my brain, but I got youngins on my mind. And I'm like, y'all, like, I don't even like, I'm like, how old are you? I'm like, no. I'm like, it's weird. I never saw it. And then I don't feel like I need to be like, well, I'm 43 years old. Like, you don't need to announce that to a man, but they don't care. They like, that great. I like older women.
It turns them on a little bit.
Run it up. They want to get serious. They want to be in the real deal relationship. And I'm like, you're 26 or you're 30. And I'm like, I can't process that. You know, but if I'm talking to a man that's
maybe because the women they're dealing with, well, the females they're dealing with don't act like women. So they have to go to older females that do act like women, and they're like, oh, I like this. So, and you like, oh, nah. Would you play around with them? Do you get your jollies off with them and throw them back? Or how does it work? You let them down easy because they fall, and then you put that thing on them, that 43 years of experience on them.
You just have to know, like, I'm mature enough to know exactly what it is from the door.
Yes, but they may not be able to handle that. You put that snapback on them. So you put that snapback on them, then what? Then what? Then you cut them, or do you block them after that? How does it work?
Then you got a puppy dog. No,
puppy dog? What can you define that for the guys in the back? For the guys in the back.
Oh, like, you know, a young person that has been turned out becomes like a puppy dog. Right there. Like, they're like, well, what are we going to do next? And we're like, nothing.
So you're turned off after that point. Well, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Because if the guy has 1,000 sexual partners or whatever, she knows he's not going to get turned out. If he has 2 women he dealt with, she's going to lose interest in him because she's going to turn him out, and then he becomes, by your own admission, a puppy dog and starts puppy dogging, which you like, man, and then you block him or tell him, and then he gets his heart broken, like, damn, like, I love her, and then he becomes a savage. Yeah, so you're actually, so you actually would look for a guy with more sexual experience, right? So that lends to my point that women don't care about men's body counts, and men care about women's body counts for the same for other reasons. I think it's more important. Women's body counts are way more important. But what say you?
That's bullshit. I care.
You don't care.
I
then why ain't you with that puppy dog boy? He tried his best. He was willing to work hard. He had a strong back.
You know, look, I know in my age group that I'm not with, and I don't want to deal with about young kids. I can't.
So why are you dealing with him?
Graduate. I didn't. I had to end it. I was like, we're not gonna be able.
He was in love.
No, I don't know about love. That's a way deep term.
He was in love.
No, we were in the 3
No,
month range.
He
was in. He's somebody that has been liking me since 8th grade, and this was one of his. I finally.
So you finally said, "All right." So you friend zoned him for what, 20-something years, 25 years? You friend zoned him and then said, "All right, come on." You pulled him off the bench after 25 years.
I finally got to get together, and I was like, I don't want to do this from my data collection. I don't want to date a man with little kids. It was cool because he's, divorced and has his own everything, this and that. But I got a 5 and a 9-year-old. I'm not dealing with that. You got talking about he was in the emergency room, the baby had strep throat. I can't relate.
But if you cared about him and you liked him and he liked you and he'd be good to you and take care of you and treat you good, what's the problem? You say you don't want, huh?
You can't take care of me and treat me good because you got 2 little kids that are your main priority. You got to do homework, daycare, you coaching the basketball team and all of that. I don't have time for that. We're in 2 different places in life. It's just not going to work out. Wow. I'm ready to travel and have sex.
Okay.
What's up? You going to take me on a trip?
I mean, wow, Miss Key.
I'm at 43. I have my passport stamped. I'm trying to go places, do things. I'm not trying to be hearing somebody talking about the date is canceled because they in the emergency room for strep throat. Get that baby some antibiotics and some Tylenol and some water.
Goodness gracious. You are a savage, Miss Kia.
Yeah, don't look.
Is that because you're from DC or is that just a woman thing? Or both?
I think that's experience.
So you kind of like to check their jaw, see where they at, turn them out, say, he wasn't shit, and throw them out and block them? That's kind of how you do it? You kick ass and take names? Do you kick ass and take names?
I don't.
Is that what's going on here?
I'm not changing my number. It's just common communication.
No, you'll probably cuss their ass out in a minute. Like, look, I told you don't call me no more.
Let me tell you, at 26 started calling back after New Year's and texting with this is a good morning, beautiful. Good morning, the good morning text. All right.
Good morning, my queen. Good morning, beautiful.
Let's not do that.
So that turned you off? You was trying to be nice. We covered this in the last episode. Women don't like nice guys.
A lot of people wake up with me on their mind. He's not the first.
What'd you do to him? Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing to these guys? Huh?
Obviously.
What is going on here? We might need to talk about that. What are you doing to these guys? You're getting trips. You're filtering. No children. No relationships. No baby mothers. Had to be gainfully employed. So you're basically doing it on your terms.
I'm in a place of minimalizing. Like, I don't want to own a home right now. Or when I buy again, it's going to be like somewhere else on the beach. Like, nothing in
Cabo or in like Costa Rica.
I got rid of my car. Yeah, or Africa.
What's going on?
I got rid of a car.
What's going on?
I want to minimalize. All I want to do is get my daughter out of college.
Travel and have sex on beaches and drink funny drinks with umbrellas in them.
Yeah. What? Now, what? It's smoke weed. What are you talking about? And eat mushrooms. Yes. Yes. I don't want to be involved in the.
It sounds like you're trying to check out of society. You don't like society anymore?
just don't want to. I don't want the pressure.
You don't want the
It's
pressure.
unhealthy.
That's why you need a man. We covered this
To
in
put
the
the pressure
past
on-
episode.
put the pressure on.
Without that
Listen.
masculine male energy, when shit gets real, you got to deal with it all on your own, huh? Then you get a
I'm
bottle of
not opposed to
wine
having a man.
and a puppy
I'm
or a
not
cat.
opposed. Let me move into his house. How about that?
Will you go cook and
So,
clean?
let
Are
me
you
come
gonna
over
cook
his
and
house.
clean nutritious meals? Not
I'm
no
excellent.
box
I take
mac
care
and
of
cheese.
all
No
that.
box mac and
I'm
cheese, okay?
excellent at that.
No
Excellent at
box
that.
mac and cheese.
I don't even know what that is.
Well,
I don't
okay.
know what that is. I'm excellent at all of that. My house is spotless and my food is spectacular, and the other part is really great.
But are you going to be
I-
texting your male friends and guys trying to shoot their shot at you in bed while you're both in bed watching TV or whatever? Are you going to be replying
Yeah.
to texts? Are you going to be on
Yeah.
dating sites? Basically, what I'm asking you, Miss
No.
Kia, are you going to be socially single while in a
No,
relationship?
I'm going to be into that one person.
That's
If
not.
when-
You
when
didn't
that
say you're
one
not gonna.
person
You
comes
did not
into my
answer the
life,
question. Would you be in
I'm
any
not gonna be
correspondence?
texting other guys in bed.
Would
No.
you change your number
For who?
for your man that you're living with, that you moved into his home? He said, "Okay,
I'm
move into my home,
a
no problem.
businesswoman.
Change the
Hell no,
number."
I'm not changing no numbers.
Why?
Hell no, I'm not changing my. I'm a businesswoman. I'm not changing my number. That's for kids. Changing numbers for what? You don't want to fuck somebody, just don't answer the phone.
But people send nudes, and it's
No,
different.
I don't
Technology now
get
is
that.
different. Technology is
See, but
different.
you have to have standards as a woman. Boundaries.
Just because
That's
you
the
don't
thing
want a
with
guy to
respect.
send you a dick pic doesn't mean he's not going to send it.
Well, look, that'll be a problem. Like, you will get blocked. Send that? That's disgusting. You get blocked. Nobody want to see that.
Have you ever
Unless
sent
I
somebody
take
a nude
of it.
picture via
Unless
text?
I'm with you, and I'm like, let's get a picture of this for when I'm not around. Let me take the picture. Shit. Send dick pictures. That's gross. That's and when people ask for pictures, that's like jail stuff. I'm not doing that. Niggas in jail want pictures. I'm not doing
Oh
that.
man, look at you. Got your guards all up. You're throwing your jab. You're working the jab a little bit. Huh? You're working the jab a little bit.
I love my brothers, though. I do. I love them.
They love you
And
too,
I'm
apparently.
sure that
They hit you with the good morning text. And do you like the validation? Does it make you feel good even though you don't respond or care? Do you still go, yeah, I still got it. I
It's
still
nice
got
to
it.
Let me tell you, don't nobody got to think about you. Don't nobody got to text you. It's nice to be thought about.
So
It
you
really
do
is.
like,
But
you
it's
do appreciate
also-
the male attention and validation.
It is. But can I just tell you this? Some of those good morning texts, they're not necessarily that they're texting because that's a setup for the rest of the day that hopefully they can come see you and get text from you later that day.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Yes.
That's right.
What's wrong with that?
Somebody's like, oh, man, he is such a wonderful person.
What's wrong with
Tell her
that?
good morning.
He woke up
Good
thinking about
morning.
that
I
ass and he
popped up
said,
tonight.
damn, I wonder what Miss Kia doing. Then he looked at the
When they
nudes
go
you
morning
sent him. He
jerk
looked at the
off.
nudes you sent him. And he's like, damn, she think it's a motherfucker. And they text you, hey, gorgeous, hey, stranger.
Listen, if it's somebody that
Women
got-
do it too, man.
I've never sent out one of those pictures ever,
Ever?
ever.
Have you ever done a couples video?
What do you mean, like a sex tape?
Yeah, but you didn't go out online or anything. You just had a little
It
fun.
wasn't-
You role played a
when
little
when
bit.
When I did the sex tape, they didn't have online. When I was still.
You had the
like
VHS sex
1996.
tapes?
It was like 1996, man. It was a VHS, a little small one you put in the camera.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Did you watch it?
With my daughter's father, I made one.
Did you watch
But
it?
the lighting was bad. It was like too dark.
Yeah, I didn't know what y'all were doing. Just figured it was that easy, huh?
I know.
See, it's not that
Oh.
easy.
It was mourning from the death of Tupac. We didn't know off the Remy Martin.
Okay, well, it seems like you have a vivid memory of her conception, huh? Your daughter's conception.
You know how you brought it up when you made me think.
That means the DNA is still planted in your brain. That's why the memory's so vivid. The pair bond was strong. That's a
My
dominant
daughter's father.
DNA strand. And probably to this day, if you really need to get yourself in the mood, you can recap that moment and get yourself right there.
Ew, hell no, I don't want to recap no sex with Layla's dad. Absolutely not.
You just said it
No.
you just said it. You just
Mhm.
went down the whole thing, so you kind of did. Maybe it was subconscious. You didn't know you even did it.
Asked the question.
Hey, don't make me the bully. Come on. Take it
Ask
easy.
the question.
Take it easy, all right?
Mhm.
And once again, I really appreciate you taking the time to help not just the guys, but myself understand a little bit more about female nature and what goes on in the mindset of a female. Now, on this show, we only talk to attractive women for their perspective. That's the way it works. It's not I guess it's a little biased, but it's not like that. The reason why we do that is because we want to get their data. The data from the girls that the 80% of the guys, the regular guy, the average Joes, the regular guys go after. And they keep getting shut down, used, abused. Have you ever heard of a foodie call? Are you familiar with this term, a foodie call?
No, what does that mean?
Okay, a foodie call is when women, let's say you're at work and you're doing a work husband situation. Guys often to take you to Panera Bread every day at lunch. You're saying no. You get into an argument or with your boyfriend or your lover, and then the next day you take, let's say Daryl. Let's call Daryl from accounting. Daryl from accounting. Okay, Daryl, whatever. Let's go. Because you're a little whatever. But you're planning on him buying everything or whatever, drinks, everything. He's stoked. He's like, oh, bet. Oh, he's excited. Takes you out, spends about $100, $150 on drinks, everything. The whole time you're texting either your spouse or the local guy who blows your back out. Let's call him Tyrell Jenkins for short. Let's call him TJ. So you're texting TJ, but TJ would never take you out, ever. He's the hood dude. He's not going to take you anywhere. He might pull up with Hennessy and 2 pre-rolls. That's TJ. That's how he goes.
That's
and
dope.
you know that. Ain't nothing coming out of that.
TJ is dope.
But TJ going to put your back through the wall, and you know that. He ain't let you down yet.
Where is TJ? TJ
Every woman got a TJ. He live in your complex. He around the corner. He might live with his baby mama. TJ got a lot of women. T don't even got a job. He play video games. He hustle a little bit. That's TJ. He's using every woman's car when they dropping women. TJ got a network of women's cars. He got places to stay. They'll cook for him. He get a meal, transport, and lodging at his whim.
That's TJ is Baby Boy. Baby Boy, the movie. That's TJ. Yes, Baby Boy. Oh man.
Tyrell Jenkins. So you're out with Daryl from accounting.
Love Jody.
You're out with Daryl from accounting, and he's like, damn, she's not really engaging. She's having drinks. She keeps texting on the bathroom with her phone. Is she setting up is she setting it up for after this date?
Daryl
Is she
from
gonna?
accounting probably has a wife.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. You know this. You know the brother. You know him. No, he's really in. He likes you. He really likes you. He doesn't. He likes you. You know his backstory. You know people who know. He's been on his social media. He's not married at all.
Why is Daryl from accounting not getting the play? Is he not like? What is
he likes you. Not saying he can't get women. He likes you.
So why?
That's why he offered to take you out to dinner. And that's what
Does he say I like you?
He does say. He says, I like you, but you weren't really paying attention because TJ sent you a dick pic.
Oh God!
So you I'm about to end this joint. You're ordering drinks and your to-go meal, and you might have Daryl drop you off at TJ's house or not, just down the block, and say that's where you.
I'm not dating Daryl from the job. If we work
but you don't say, "Hey, Daryl, we're gonna do. I had a really nice time. Can we do this again?" He say, "I'd like to take you out again. Can we do this again?" You say, "Sure," and you'll go out and do it 2-3 times on him. While you're actually sexually attracted to and actually having sex on his tab, on Daryl's tab. You're having sex with TJ on Daryl's tab. So essentially, Daryl sponsored TJ's sexual experience. Daryl sponsored TJ's sexual experience with you. Unbeknownst to him. That's a foodie call.
Daryl from accounting needs to step up to the plate. He needs to be. He needs to.
What he do?
Hennessy and 2 J's.
He needs to come through with Hennessy and 2 J's.
To be like,
She's
So
keeping it. Hey, guys, let her go. She's keeping it in a stack. That's what we do here. If you want a filtered answer, go somewhere else. If you want the truth from attractive women, you come here. It's like medicine. It don't taste good, but it's good for you. And you're gonna go, damn it. She just said, why did he pull up with Henny and 2 pre-rolls?
Yeah. I mean, dinner dates are cool, but so was Henny and 2J sometimes. You want to chill and have fun.
Do you think Daryl wouldn't?
Hag.
Maybe if you suggested, hey, Daryl, why don't you come through with Henny and 2 pre-rolls? Don't you think he would have rather have done that and spent $150 on a meal that just basically got you pumped up and sedated for...
So, you know what the solution is
TJ?
to that scenario? It's communication.
He's trying to communicate with you, but you're not paying attention because you're texting. TJ.
Oh, no. First of all, if you're out on a date with a woman and she's on her phone during the date, that's rude, and she doesn't have date ethics.
Does that mean she doesn't respect the guy she's on a date with?
Put your phone away.
Okay.
No, you're there with that person. Unless you're waiting on an emergency call.
Okay, well, if you go, do you go to the bathroom and take the phone with you and then get it all in that one? Do you set the appointment up in the bathroom or confirm the appointment in the bathroom and then come back and give the appearance that you didn't do it?
Actually, Daryl can wait till I'm finished my date to get a call back.
That's TJ. You're on date with Daryl.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Nah, you know TJ. You know TJ. If you do not hit him right back, he gonna rotate another joint in your spot.
Oh, wow.
And you go, that's what you say now. But have you ever been to a bar or lounge? Ma'am, have you ever been to a bar or lounge before it closed? Every woman's face is lighting up and glowing because they're in their phone trying to get some dick lined up for after when they leave there. And their number one choice at that time is probably not available. He's already knocking some other joint down and knocking the joint down he's with. So they got to go to their B, C, and D plan or go with the on-site guy. Come on, ma'am. You know what's up. You 43. Let's not be that girl.
I am not interested in that scenario. I'm sorry.
So you just skipped Daryl. So have you been on a date with a Daryl?
Sure.
That's
but I wasn't
sure?
on the phone
Did you?
I mean, I would rather be on a date with Daryl and let the night finish with a date with a Daryl. Like,
okay, the night. Did you have sex with Daryl? Did you go home with him? I mean, but TJ hit you like, hey, what you doing? Where you at?
No,
he hit you with the where the fuck you at?
I don't want a baby boy. At 43, I don't do baby boy.
I get it, but you just said you wanted pre-rolls and Hennessy, and now you're saying you don't want to.
You left the whole other portion out. You left the whole
what portion?
Out. The other part of
y'all have a relationship is basically sexually based. When he's available, he'll let you know. If you're horny enough or not in your cycle,
he'll let you know.
If you're horny enough or not in your cycle, you'll pencil him in. Or not in your feelings about him not calling you back the last time he kicked you up and did this, then you'll be ready to go. We got to keep it a whole stack here. Okay?
No, you're real. It's women out here that are like that. You are absolutely right. There's men out here that are TJ, and there are women out here who wait for TJ to start circle them into his cycle. Yes, I do know that exists, but on a personal level, I definitely don't do that. I'm too.
Have you ever, when you were younger, when you were not as mature?
Did I have a TJ?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. I learned from that.
You learned from a TJ. Guys, key thing she said that we weren't even going to bring up that I think is very important. Women learn from TJs. Okay?
You learn what you want and what you don't want.
You're not teaching her anything. She has to have a TJ to know. Some women can't let go of that TJ, or maybe she try to transfer out of economics into advanced calculus, and it didn't work out. She's not.
Listen, Daryl from accountant might have all the essentials in the package. Daryl from accountant can still play video games. Nobody wants a video game on the couch. Don't go to work, drinking beer, smoking weed. Don't do nothing. Don't got no money to spend. Want to drive your car. Nobody wants a baby. Again, in that actual movie, for example, they were in their early 20s. They were young. At this
why are so many women taking care of guys? They call them hobosexuals. Why do so many women take care of guys and provide quarter for them Is it in exchange for
Well,
sex
let's just say something
and
else. Not just,
companionship?
let's say something else. Because it's a scenario that can fit in other categories if we expand it. Not just fear of these people, but what about a woman who keeps a man who might not be any good for her, but keeps him because she doesn't want to not have a man?
That
So
happens a lot. That happens a lot.
Right. And so
She doesn't want to be lonely.
It's not a TJ. Right. Okay. So I have a perfect example.
Go
I'm
for
single,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
She's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, not to excite it, but she used to be a real model for Calvin Klein.
Okay.
She has her own house. She's a great mother of
Mm-hmm.
grown children now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been in two. I've known her. So when you talk about numbers, I've known her. We're family. I've known her my whole life. Like, at 43, I've probably only known about 5 men that she's been with.
Okay.
And to the last 2, she did about 10 years with each of them. So the guy she's with now, she's been with like 8 years. And the guy before that, she was with him for like 10 years. So she's in relationships with men who don't marry her, but these men are providers for her. And so she puts up with the shit that they do because they are providers for her.
But do you think deep down inside that's what she wants if she keeps doing it back to back to back to back?
I mean, when you say that, well, I'm sorry. You said she do whatever
If she keeps doing it and she didn't learn the last time,
it's not a lesson to
see
be
a
learned.
pattern?
It's a pattern because.
But she can break. The only person who can break the pattern is her.
She's looking for financial security.
Why can't she get the secure herself?
Well, no.
Maybe she only feels completed and validated if a man is indeed willing and actively taking care of her and providing for her. That makes her feel feminine.
I gave you a different scenario. I said, you talk about women who take care of that man. And I'm saying you can also have a woman who lessens her quality or what she really could get because she's being kept.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah. A lot of women do that. That's why they go for the older cats with the money. They settle, say, you know what?
And you know what? My cousin met Daryl in the county. And Daryl pays her bills and helps her out with money when she needs it. And Daryl has a wife with a child. The child is sick. They've been together.
Oh, your cousin,
years.
See that? You didn't add that in there. Your cousin's a side piece.
No.
Yes. He has a wife and he has a child with the wife. That's what you just said, correct?
He's with her every day.
Does he have a child and a wife? A whole family?
Not only a whole family. He got some kids that his sister had that got special needs. His sister died, so he got his sister kids. So he leaves that wife in the house with some special needs kids and his 6-year-old while he's out with my cousin sleeping in her bed every night, paying her bills and helping her. Now, what you say about that, Dark? With that, whatever from
your cousin enjoys the setup. I mean, she doesn't have to be there. Based on what you said, she doesn't have to be there.
You know what she said? She said, I don't want him to leave her. She said, because I'm not taking care of them kids.
And that comes from your mindset of, nah, he can't come out because he has a child being. So she's getting the best of both worlds in that weird situationship.
Yeah, but she and I are completely different. Like, I'm single. Mm-hmm. I'm not going for that shit. So talking about being single and lonely or being with somebody and compromising your integrity and still being lonely, all of these things are in the pot of making decisions. And all of those things also, you have to categorize them in age groups and people's experiences and their life lessons and where they are, with all of that, So it's not just, it goes both ways. Like, I could be with somebody. I could be like, you know what? Whoever the person that's with the kids or 26 or whoever, I could be with them. I could put up with the shit and, okay, well, I'll see you, I could put up with it just to say I'm with somebody.
Yes.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Well, do you think a lot of women who are in relationships now are doing that and then having sex outside the relationship? Keep the relationship and have sex outside of it. You say you don't know about it? It's a yes or no.
Out of the 8 years that my cousin been with this one particular man that has a wife that he goes home to, even though he leaves her house at 3 a.m, he still go to that lady's house. He even gives it's funny. He even gives my cousin. He'd be like, my cousin's like, I need $100. He'll be like, there's her rent money. You gotta make sure you give me that $100 back before the first month.
You damn right. You're damn right. All right? You're damn right. Give me the 100 back before the first, so we don't make this a habit.
Yeah,
all right?
No, I'm not sharing
that. What he did, he capped her. That's what's called a cap. Like he put a hard salary cap on that account. Like, I'll get the place, groceries, there's no extra. No extra. Nothing extra. She's like, damn. That's where he looked at it and said, yeah, you tried it. You tried it. You tried it. You tried to set it up.
I'm just trying to travel and I need a travel buddy. I'm just like, I'm not trying to do all of that.
You're not trying to do all that?
Do all of that. It's too much stress. I'm not sharing my vagina. And I'm very, I'm spoiled and I'm self-centered, meaning like, I don't want to share you. Like, if you're going to be with me, you're going to be with me. And I want to be with you, and that's going to be that. I'm not about to do all these other people. Like, I know you're having sex with her, and then you're having sex with me. And then my cousin would be like, oh, is something wrong with my vagina? I got to go. Yeah, because he's sleeping with both of y'all. And you don't know what she got. If she got a yeast infection, you got one too. Y'all together out here. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Is your cousin more attractive than his wife? Have you seen a picture of his wife?
I have not.
Has she told you if she's attractive or not?
I never even asked. Never even asked.
Never came up.
Because it don't matter. It don't matter what she looked like. She exists. She exists.
And he ain't leaving her for Cuzzo. For Cuzzo. And Cuzzo like, that's cool with me. Run that bag.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So Cuzzo gotta have a side piece, dude. What's his name? TJ?
So, that's what I was saying. Out of the 8 years that I've known her to be with this guy, she's only had sex with one other person. Out of 8 years.
But does she still have sex with that one other person?
No, it was like, no, because the guy that she's been with for 8 years, he got keys to her house. Like, it was a problem.
She couldn't get a schedule going. Is that what you're saying? It was inconvenient.
Mm-hmm. No.
It was inconvenient. Dude had her. Like, I'm paying this.
Nope. She can't have nobody else.
You damn right. You see, he said, hey, here's the deal. He let his terms be known up front. He didn't waver, not even with $100. And she complied. She complied. So, guys, what I'm saying is be firm.
He takes care of her kids, even though her kids are grown. He picks her daughter up for college.
His little perks, he got to do his little, his 1-2.
All that, yeah. He gets their cars fixed, their oil, their tires.
So now if he gone, what's going to happen? There you go.
I'm sure
there you go. She needs him.
And she can even call the guy that she was with for 10 years before for money, him too. And he still will just send over $200 or $1,500.
That means she probably has some good pussy. Okay, if guys are doing this, she probably has some good, Guys don't just donate and open up accounts in your branch unless you have something.
No, and you know what she told me when he gave her the money? She said he asked if she could give him some head.
You damn right. And did she do it?
I don't know, but
she did it. She did it, and she liked every minute of it. And that's kind of how it works out.
She didn't do it. Her interpretation, she didn't do it. But my point is, you're talking to Kia Jackson today, and I just can't do it. I don't want your money for head. I don't want your wife, your girlfriend, your baby mother, kids. I don't want it. I want my own person. Mm-hmm. It's not fair. If you want all of me, you gotta give me all of you. Well, we're not doing nothing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, and you want to take me with flaws and all, and don't come in here with none of them judgmental questions how many people you had sex with.
Oh my gosh, here we go again. Here we go again. Nah, you know why you did it. You were like, look. And when you get mad, it don't matter. We still gonna ask, like, all right, so why you mad for? Just tell me. No, I'm gonna, you keep bringing this up, I'm gonna, like, shorty, calm down. Calm down. I'm just trying to get a ratio. I know you had sex with a lot of guys. If you got good pussy, or if you had good sex, you had to. Or unless you had sex with one guy and he stretched you out like a rubber band and twisted you out like a pretzel. That does happen too.
See, I'm good. I just want to clean and be clean and have good health. That's all.
Yes. But you also mentioned you want to travel, get effed up on a beach, and have sex
with the same person. I said, like, me and him, that's what we gonna do. I'm not trying to be with him and all of that other shit. Fucking kids, special needs kids, all of that. 5-year-olds.
Don't you think that would strengthen your bond if you kind of chipped in a little bit when he look at you, when he holds you in a higher regard and want to take you on more vacations and stuff? Seeing that you kind of got his back.
See, now you adding stuff. I did not say nothing about somebody paying for the time. I didn't say that. I did not say I need somebody to pay for the trip and all that.
Oh, so you gonna pay for the? Are you paying for the guys to go on these soirees, huh?
Listen, you gotta come with.
Is it all inclusive?
You gotta come with equal income.
That makes sense. Come with equal income. No, I'm just messing with you. I get it. I get it. You want to get your Stella on. You want your groove back. You don't want these strings attached.
I don't want a 10-year-old. I want a partner, an equal or better. I don't want a 26-year-old. I don't want the guy.
You don't want to build a brother? You don't want to build a brother?
No, I want him to have himself built and come correct.
But also come through with Hennessy and 2 pre-rolls.
Yeah. Because I'm going to have good food cooked, house clean, pussy clean, smell good, fresh. Yes, I'm coming correct. You come correct. Yes.
Well,
all that.
Do you have anything else you'd like to tell the guys about?
I'm excited that you're doing this, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. And people need to hear perspective and get, views that they've never heard before, and open up their mind to different things. I like it.
We kind of have the discussions that people want to have, but they don't know how to have, if that makes sense. Like, and that's why they're like, oh man, damn, she said that. And the guys are getting their feelings hurt. Some girls get their feelings hurt when they listen to our show, and that's okay. Because they're like, well, at least somebody told us. The reason your feelings are hurt because nobody told you. Now you're like, damn.
You have the information.
Now what are you going to do with it is the application of the knowledge, applying the knowledge is up to them. What we can do is provide them with our content and answer their questions tastefully in the best way that we know how. In an effort, once again, to help both male and females find a common ground or a median that they can then use as a platform or a launch pad to having a committed relationship. All right, guys, that concludes today's show. Thank you for listening to Sick of Being Lonely. Are you sick of being lonely? If so, go to sickofbeinglonely.com because we can help. And oh yeah, standard rates may apply.